Hi, I would like to introduce our research project, which is an heuristic evaluation made by the contribution of Anne Guyen, Andy González Nieto, and Abdiel Avila. The purpose of this report is to conduct an heuristic evaluation of the City of Doral website, which is www.cityofdoral.com, so that it might be improved if needed. We believe a government website's purpose is to provide its local with information of the city itself, events, the city departments they have, jobs opportunity, and more. The purpose of the website also is that people can get to know the city beforehand, informing them about the city's attraction and point of interest. It is important that informing the readers about several online services to help expedite the process for specific registrations like permit requests, park registrations, construction planning, and several others. Using several heuristic techniques from both Jacob Nielsen's website and guidelines from www.usability.gov, this report will evaluate the usability of the website and what can be done for the betterment of it. There will be three separate areas to evaluate: the base user experience, the design of the web pages, and the level of content of the website. The report will be included the heuristics used to evaluate the website, information on the problems areas and how they might be improved. It will also contain the conclusion we arrive in order to finalize the report. In this research, we use a series of heuristics. For example, consistency and standards, where we talk about the steadiness of the site across all pages. User control and freedom, which is about the emergency exit the user have in case they want, for example, to undo something. Recognition rather than recall. Here we talk about how the human brain is wired too quickly to create and recognize patterns. Flexibility and efficiency of use, helping user recognize, diagnose, and recover from errors. Match between real words and systems. This is an area where it is recommended the use of familiar words, concepts, and phrases to make the page more comfortable to the user. Health and documentation, which is self-explanatory, and aesthetics and minimal design. The interface of the site is very important to the user when we design a web page. Depending on how predictable and intuitive it is, it will be attractive or not to the user. This is one of the features of this web page. All visual elements are expressed in the same way in the entire experience of the site, being very easy to navigate and what the user expects when searching of or interacting with the content. However, in this case we don't consider the design monotonous or repetitive, since the use of colors and images in the banners are well balanced in the common components. In slide number 6, there are screenshots as a sample of the common elements and layout they use in their template. There is a lack of consistency in this page. For example, in the website desktop version, it has in the homepage and scrolling banner at the top, the very top of the page. You cannot do this in the mobile version of the page. So indeed, it's an indication of lack of consistency. There is also an issue with the page when the user tries to zoom in and zoom out the page. Programmatically speaking, there is a benefit when using a template for building a website because we can reuse common elements and layout across the entire site. This is very beneficial for the user since it helps with the human perception, transmitting a sense of organization that ultimately makes the user more comfortable. In this section, we gave them a 4, but also consider that they could add a few more links on the homepage to the most often visited sources of information, like the tax calculator. Now for the next slide, Andy will talk about the efficiency and the ease of use.
Thank you, Andy. The match between the real world and system heuristic is relevant to the evaluation because of the state of connectivity that the world is currently at. Events are consistently happening, so any website that keeps track of events has to be constantly updated or become outdated, with the consequence of getting less visitors. In today's world of technology and capability for travel, people can live in a city and never know who lives on the other side of the city. So, having a large variety of languages that a website can be translated into would help out both the city and its residents. The image on this slide reflects just a few of the few languages that people may encounter throughout their lifetime. Due to this importance, being able to find the method to translate the web page to understandable language quickly is important for the users. So, the fact that the translator is actually at the bottom of the website makes it very inefficient for the users to find the method to translate the website to an understandable language that they can read. According to research from Kara Pernice of the Nelson Norman Group website and Mark Schenker of the Design and Function website, people read in an F-shaped pattern online as illustrated by image. So, the fact that the translator is placed at the bottom of the website makes it very inefficient for the users to be able to find the translator quickly. Therefore, the recommendation is to move the translator towards the top of the website so that people can find it as fast as possible and so be able to make the web page understandable quickly. Under the help and documentation heuristic, two issues were found and documented. The first point is that the frequently asked questions, also known as FAQs, of the website is small and when selected leads directly to another website without at least an introduction towards the process that the users are about to undergo. Then there's the fact that it is at the bottom of the website. This makes it difficult to find in the first place. The second point is that the website lacks a method to quickly report a broken link or picture that did not load correctly. The recommendation for this part is to include a larger FAQ section and include an introduction towards the process that the questions link to so that people know at least what they are looking at. A larger FAQ section also helps the search engines like Google target the website in accordance to the keywords that the users input into the search bar. In this slide, it shows how often the frequently asked questions tend to show up in a search. The website that the image comes from is Google Trends, which looks up how often, which keeps track of how often a certain term is looked up over time. And you can also use it to compare how two different topics are researched over time and how much interest people put into it. Frequently asked question sections are important because of the fact of how search engines work. Search engines look for keywords to use in a search. A frequently asked questions section adds more keywords similar to questions that are asked by people, and in return, search engines return the results that include the frequently asked questions sections of a website to a user to look through for the answer. From the second point in the previous slide, the recommendation for this point is to add a method that allows users to quickly report an error with the website. The chart shows how organizations often improve user or product experience. And since this is a website, it would be best to include an easy method for people to report an issue with the website that gets fixed quickly so that users can continue to do what they were doing. In the conclusion of the presentation, the heuristics used to evaluate the website are consistency and standards, recognition rather than recall, efficiency and flexibility of use, aesthetic and minimalist design, match between system and real world, and help and documentation. The result is that the website is currently functioning and ready for the majority of its users. However, it still does suffer from several issues, like how some images in the GIS portal webpage do not load correctly with the rest of the website, or the fact that when one opens the website on a mobile device, not everything loads correctly. It is recognized that much effort has gone into presenting a well-written, programmed, and designed website to represent the city of Doral and its residents. With the implementation of the recommendations, this website can be improved to fit the technology today and continually be improved upon to work with the technology of tomorrow. Thank you.